It is our favorite time of the year where 30 men and 30 women get into the ring one at a time at weird intervals. They change it every year. We don't know what it's going to be. Is it a minute and a half? Is it a minute? Is it 2 minutes? No one knows. And then we crown winners and see who is going to main event WrestleMania. It's been my favorite pay-per-view since I started watching wrestling. I'm pretty sure, Ev, you love it too, right?
It was the first pay-per-view I ever ordered at my house.
Look at that.
I'm not allowed to talk about the pay-per-view, the Royal Rumble that I watched.
Been buried in time.
It's been buried in time, but the Royal Rumble is what got me into it, and the electricity around it has always just felt like it's the most important thing on earth.
It is the most important.
Yeah.
It sets the tone for the whole year. You love it. That's why it's in January. Get it going. I love how they technically started a new season after Mania, but I feel like it starts at Royal Rumble. Mm-hmm. It was created by Pat Patterson. Modified battle royal where two superstars start, and then after an interval, another joins. Intervals and number of participants have varied throughout the years, anywhere from 20 to 50 people. Mm-hmm. It was first tested at a house show in October 1987. Patterson had this crazy idea. Vince was not a fan from day one. Vince hated it, thought it was so dumb. Like, just do a battle royal. This is stupid. Why are we making a special battle royal? There was 1,976 people in attendance in the Kiel Auditorium in St. Louis, Missouri, and it did not go well. It got lost so much so in the house show bundle back then that so many wrestlers did so many dates and so many drugs after said dates that a lot of the people that were in the Rumble, the first Rumble, in the 87 one, they don't remember it. They don't remember. So since there was no film crews, it's hard to document.
Wow.
But they do know that One Man Gang won. And he says he believes Junkyard Dog, Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff, Davey Boy Smith, Rick Rude, and Bob Orton were in there. It was only 12 wrestlers the first time out. And if you won, you got a shot at Hogan at the next month's house show.
Okay.
So the first fake Royal Rumble, in fact, was a title shot opportunity. Didn't go well. It was clunky. Patterson was actually sick and not even there that night. So he handed his baby off to other people who did not care about it. The wrestlers didn't care. Most of them, it just meant they had to pull double duty. They had to do a match and then the Royal Rumble at the end. So no one gave it their all. No one cared. So, of course, Vince was like, I told you, bud.
Yep.
It sucked.
What
do you want from me? The audience wasn't even impressed, but you know who loved it? NBC's Dick Ebersol.
That's all that matters.
He thought it would be absolutely perfect for TV. So when they wanted to spice up Saturday night main event, they did the first Royal Rumble as a U.S. network special. They raised it to 20 participants and gave them a countdown clock. They're like, people will love when it gets down to the 10 seconds, which we all know people do, in fact, love. Mm-hmm. Dick thought it was the perfect formula for TV. You know, you keep people, you don't know who's going to show up next. You keep people glued to the TV. But then they didn't realize a lot of fun elements would also be unlocked. Like now you can have fun with surprise entrants. Now you can have an Iron Man who lasts the longest. You can break up tag teams. Like Vince immediately realized he could use this to further storylines. So January 24th, 1988 was the first official Royal Rumble. Happened in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. So we're complaining about the Royal Rumble being in Saudi Arabia, and the first one wasn't even in America. Look at us. Look at us like some schmucks. The first Royal Rumble set a record for highest viewed wrestling program on cable television at the time. It was on the U.S. network, got an 8.2 rating. This is where just pure 80s, great video packages up top. I went back and watched it the other day getting ready for this. And, man, that Hamilton, Ontario, Canada crowd was ready to go. Mm-hmm. Vince McMahon, Jesse Ventura on the call. There was a kid in the front row with a megaphone, and they did nothing about it. The kid was just yelling at the wrestlers the whole time from his megaphone. Hilarious. Rick Rude versus Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. was the first match. They put on a banger. Just Rick Rude, man, could go in the ring. And, you never question Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Then they did a weird weightlifting segment with Dino Bravo, where Jesse Ventura helped him cheat to set a record. Vince and his weightlifting, man. He couldn't get it out of his head until his bodybuilding federation with Lex Luger went belly up.
Yep.
He could not get bodybuilding and weightlifting out of his head, man. Then we had a women's tag team title match. The Jumping Bomb Angels, which were Norio Tatino and Itsuki Yanasaka, defeated the Glamour Girls, Judy Martin and Leilani Kai. They were the champions. It was a 2 out of 3 falls match, which you'll see Vince loved 2 out of 3 falls for the tag titles. But wow, a focus on not only women's wrestling, but women's tag team wrestling.
Ooh,
look at that. Jim Duggan won the first Royal Rumble, last eliminating One Man Gang. Poor One Man Gang got to win the fake one, but he came in second on the first one. 20 men included Bret Hart and Tito Santana starting us out. Jake the Snake made the first elimination, tossing out Butch Reed. No Hulk Hogan, no Andre the Giant. The Ultimate Warrior was in there. He only lasted 3 minutes. Bret Hart was your Iron Man in this one, lasting 25 minutes and 42 seconds. And then after that, we had a tag match. The Islanders defeated the Young Stallions, 2 out of 3 falls, which was Paul Roma and Jim Powers. Nice little fun upstart tag team that I believe, unfortunately, Jim Powers passed away and they didn't get to fully get to their potential.
Yeah.
The second one was not on network. It was finally on a pay-per-view. So the second Royal Rumble finally has that big time feel about it. Because going back and watching the first one, you can be like, this is on USA for sure. It had more of a salute the troops than a Royal Rumble.
It's a concept.
Yeah. You could tell they were trying to figure it out, man. They had a couple. This is more of their pay-per-view-esque formula. They had a couple dark matches. He still loved the 2 out of 3 falls. Jim Duggan and the Hart Foundation defeated Dino Bravo and the fabulous Rogies, the French-Canadian people. Rogues? I can't say
the Rogues.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know. But Big John Studd won the second one, last eliminating Ted DiBiase. Hulk Hogan had 10 eliminations in this one. Andre the Giant lasted about 15 minutes. But Mr. Perfect was your Iron Man, this one going 27, almost 28 minutes. This was instrumental because it broke up the Mega Powers. Hogan accidentally eliminated Savage in this one. Mm-hmm. So that was the big storyline to come out of Royal Rumble 2. And then it's 1990, Royal Rumble 3. They're starting to get in their stride a little bit. This was the epic showdown between Hogan and Ultimate Warrior. In McMahon's eyes, Hogan was the 80s. So he needed a new superstar for the 90s. So this was trying to start the gears rolling of a passing of the torch from Hogan to Warrior. Hogan would eliminate 6 people to win. So he's a WWF champion. He won the Rumble. This is really just showcasing they put everything on this guy in the early 90s. We had a fun Randy Savage, Dusty Rhodes feud. That would lead to an intergender match at Mania where Dusty Rhodes and Sapphire, his manager, would fight Randy and Sensational Sherry. So this was also the last pay-per-view for Tony Schiavone before he would jump ship to WCW. Onwards to Royal Rumble number 4. We get a cool Rockers versus Orient Express in the undercard, considered one of the best early pay-per-view matches in WWF. That tag match. So if you get a chance, Royal Rumble 4. We get a Dusty and Dustin Rhodes tag team.
Ooh,
at Royal Rumble 4. Yeah. Sergeant Slaughter was doing his Saudi sympathizer gimmick, where he won the world title, and Hogan would win the Royal Rumble. It wasn't an automatic bid at this time, but since he won the Rumble, Vince was like, you got the match at Mania. The 92 Royal Rumble, which is considered one of the greatest of all time, it was actually for the WWF title. There was no prize the previous years. Ric Flair entered at number 3 and won the belt after a weird Sid Justice Hogan thing at the end. Hogan showing some heel tendencies, pulling some people over the top rope there. Yeah? Flair broke the record at the time for going an hour. He went exactly an hour and 2 seconds.
Wow.
93. Shawn Michaels beat Marty Jannetty for the IC title. Giant Gonzalez debuted. He wasn't in the Rumble, but he made sure the Undertaker wasn't in the Rumble too. Bret Hart and Razor Ramon were feuding for the title. 93. Bob Backlund actually broke Ric Flair's Iron Man record when Rick went back to WCW. So McMahon wanted to wipe him off of the record books. So Bob went an hour and 1 minute, 10 seconds.
Wow.
Yokozuna would win this Royal Rumble and then go on to that weird Hogan-Bret Hart mania where Bret wouldn't win, but Hogan would win because Vince was trying to keep him around, but Hogan had the shiner because Macho Man punched him in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah, all that weird stuff. Go check it out. 1994, Yokozuna would retain his title. This is all the heels in the back came out to make sure Undertaker was in that casket, and then they the lightning struck it and he rose from the dead. This is the Bret Lex co-winner. Only time we'd have co-winners. Because, Batista Cena would do it later on, but they restarted it and made sure we had a winner. So Bret and Lex would have the co-winner. That's when we'd have the super weird WrestleMania where Owen would beat Bret, Lex would lose to Yoko, and then Bret would beat Yoko. But then Owen would get a claim because he's like, I beat you before. So fun when they were doing the little brother, big brother storyline with Bret and Owen. 95 saw a tag team champion finals. 1, 2, 3 Kid and Bob Holly won the finals of the tag team title tournament. And then this is the year that HBK Shawn Michaels won the Rumble from the number 1 spot. Shawn would go on to win it back-to-back years. In 96, Undertaker would win the title from Bret, and Shawn would win it coming in at an entrant number 18. So we get the first laying the groundwork for some Undertaker, Shawn. HBK, off his back-to-back Rumble wins, would actually win the title at this year's Royal Rumble. This is when he beat Sid Justice. He had his trainer, Jose Lothario, in his corner after Sid almost killed him. Stone Cold would win his first Rumble that year. And then in the undercard, you had, Triple H feuding with Goldust, Ahmed Johnson feuding with Nation of Domination. Mr. Hughes was in Triple H's corner at this one, but China was on the way. 97, we got full-on DX. This is when Shawn Michaels breaks his back in that casket match against Undertaker. Stone Cold would win back-to-back. He last eliminating The Rock.
In 97?
In 98. Rock would defeat Shamrock for the IC title. Legion of Doom defeated New Age Outlaws for the tag titles on the undercard. But that would set up the Mike Tyson, Stone Cold, Shawn Michaels. We thought we'd never see Shawn Michaels in a wrestling ring ever again after that. So that was the 98 Rumble.
Wow.
99 Rumble. This is when China won the Corporation DX Rumble to enter number 30, thus becoming the first woman to ever enter a Royal Rumble. Also, while we had one crowning achievement for women, we had a terrible achievement for women where Luna Vachon had to sell for Sable in the WWF women's title match, where if you watch Luna's Dark Side of the Ring, that match broke her. The Rock defeated Mankind in an I Quit match for the title, and Mr. McMahon last eliminated Stone Cold Steve Austin to win the Royal Rumble. Those two were number 1 and 2. McMahon and Stone Cold entered 1 and 2 and lasted the whole time.
Wow.
McMahon would forfeit his title shot though, and Stone Cold won at Mania against The Rock. So this was just a pawn in The Rock, Stone Cold, McMahon storyline. Turning of the century, years 2000. This is when Jericho won the IC title against China and Bob Holly in a triple threat. This is where they're doing China and him being the co-champions. Triple H defeated Cactus Jack in a street fight for the title. And The Rock last eliminated Big Show from the 24 spot to win the 2000 Royal Rumble, his first Royal Rumble. So now we're starting to get a little, parody. It was just Shawn Michaels and Stone Cold. And then McMahon out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Which was technically Stone Cold, because Stone Cold got a spot. Stone Cold technically had it 3 straight years there. He just didn't win it 3 straight years. But he would win it again in 2001. He won his third in 4 years. This would be the year that Kane would break the record, eliminating 11 people. There's only 30 in it. He eliminated more than a third.
It's incredible.
This would be the Mania where Austin would turn heel, getting McMahon to help him beat The Rock. So his third would be his heel turn.
Mm-hmm.
And he left the company in 2002. So things happen. Speaking of 2002, last one under the WWF moniker. And then there's the last Royal Rumble with one champion to choose from. We get the brand split the next year where you had options on if you won the Rumble. Jericho defeated The Rock for the title, and Triple H last eliminated Angle, starting their year-long feud. So Triple H gets his first Royal Rumble win. 2002. 2003 was all about Brock Lesnar. Mm-hmm. He won the Rumble, chose Angle, WWE champ Angle, Brock had to beat Big Show for entry. So, the perfect stack the cards, make it impossible, you still do it. Triple H lost to Big Papa Pump in the Royal Rumble. And this was also the weird Tori Wilson, Dawn Marie, because Dawn was dating Tori's dad storyline.
Weird.
Yeah. 2004 is the Royal Rumble we don't speak of.
The one that my first pay-per-view that I ever bought at my house, sat on the edge of my seat. It was incredible.
Evolution defeated Dudley's for the titles. They loved starting off pay-per-views with Dudley Boys tag matches.
Mm-hmm. I forget what other matches there were. I know there was the Last Man Standing, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, where they both knocked each other out.
Yeah, Rick and Batista won the tag titles that night. Lesnar defeated Hardcore Holly for the WWE title.
Storyline was that Lesnar broke Hardcore Holly's neck a few years prior.
Mm-hmm. And Benoit was feuding with Paul Heyman, who was the SmackDown commissioner. So he had to win from the number one spot.
He hit number one spot, and Benoit won by eliminating the Big Show.
And then he had to face Triple H and Shawn Michaels, right?
Yeah,
because they didn't have a proper ending.
They didn't have a proper ending, and Shawn Michaels was like, "I'm sorry, but you're in the middle of my fight, so I'm joining yours." Great Royal Rumble.
The next year, we get a great HBK Edge match after Shawn cost Edge at the Elimination Chamber. That's when they would do the Elimination Chamber later on in the year. Undertaker defeated Heidenreich in a casket match. JBL defeated Angle in the Big Show for the WWE title. It was real Evolution heavy after that. Triple H defeated Orton for Big Goldie, and then Batista would defeat Cena. This was that co-winner thing when they restarted it. This was when Vince would blow out both his quads on the way to the ring. Not one. Why not two? That's insane to me. Yeah. But yeah, Batista would win and then go on the feud with Triple H. So thus just destroying Evolution.
Yep.
The next year, Rey Mysterio last eliminated Randy Orton. John Cena defeated Edge for the title. Kurt Angle defeated Mark Henry for the other title. This is Shane McMahon eliminated HBK. That would start their no holds barred versus McMahon at Mania. Rey Mysterio getting one. That's nice. I like that.
That was after Eddie Guerrero passed, and there's a lot of momentum behind Rey Mysterio.
The next year, crazy to think, The Undertaker in 2007 won his first and only.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
Last eliminating HBK, he would defeat Batista at Mania.
I remember that being a great Royal Rumble.
Cena defeated Umaga in a Last Man Standing match. Bobby Lashley was the ECW champion. Just a lot of fun going around in 2007. 2008, Edge would win Big Goldie, defeating Ray. That's when him and Vicky were doing their thing. Flair saved his career by beating MVP. Flair was doing that thing where if he lost again, he was done.
Yeah.
Because that was the year Mania where HBK would end it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Orton, the WWE champ, defeated Jeff Hardy. And Cena returning at number 30, winning the Royal Rumble. No one in a million years thought he'd get back. What, he's supposed to be out like 8 months, and he came back at like 4?
Yeah.
Something insane like that. So he returned at number 30, eliminating Triple H. Next year was Randy Orton, last eliminating Triple H, winning it from the 8th spot. This was that weird storyline we were talking about where JBL hired HBK to beat Cena. But Cena still won. Mm-hmm. Edge got a no DQ win against Jeff Hardy, and Jack Swagger defeated Matt Hardy for the ECW championship. 2010, Edge's turn. He last eliminated Cena to win his first Royal Rumble. Undertaker won Big Goldie against Ray. Mickey James won her feud with Lay Cool. And Sheamus was the WWE champion. 2011 was the 40-man Royal Rumble, which Alberto Del Rio won, last eliminating Santino Marella. Miz defeated Randy Orton for the WWE title, and Edge defeated Dolph. He couldn't use his spear. This is when Dolph was with Vicky now. So Vicky was trying to end Edge. Oh, how the tables have turned. 2012, this is when I got back into it. We're back to 30. The brand split, gone. Sheamus wins by last eliminating Jericho. That was the year we thought for sure Jericho was winning it. Sheamus is like, nah, I'm going to win this. That's when he would defeat Daniel Bryan in like 8 seconds and maybe. CM Punk defeated Dolph for the WWE title. The next year, The Rock defeated CM Punk for the belt.
Yeah.
Cena last eliminated Ryback. Team Hell No were the tag champs. And the last time you had 2 winners to choose from, because later that year at TLC, they would unify the titles. Now we're up to 2014. This is when it sucked, but I was still watching. We had an Orton-Cena face-off with the titles unified. You know, this is when Authority was behind Orton, but they weren't quite sure they were 100% behind Orton. Bray Wyatt defeated Daniel Bryan, but everyone knew it was okay because Daniel Bryan had to be in the Royal Rumble. He was the hottest superstar. Ain't no way they're going to leave Daniel Bryan out of the Royal Rumble. So to everyone's surprise, when number 30 hit, and it was Rey Mysterio, who has never been booed a day in his life, got almost booed out of the building. Batista won that from the 28 spot and almost fought everyone in attendance.
Yep, nobody was happy.
CM Punk would leave the following day from the company. So 2014 devastated a lot of people.
Yeah.
And put a lot of things in
to perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you would think they'd get it right by the next year, right? 2015, they'd figure it out. No, they were in the midst of shoving Roman Reigns down our throat.
Oh, yeah.
Brock Lesnar would defeat Seth and Cena in a triple threat. Went back and watched that banger of a match.
Yep.
The Usos defeated Miz and Mizdow, which sneakily great tag match. This is when Mizdow was Miz's stunt double and doing everything that happened to him in the ring. This is the next day the WWE Network page crashed with people trying to cancel. Roman last eliminated Rusev. This is the year that Curtis Axel technically was never eliminated. So everyone keeps saying Curtis Axel is still in the 2015 Royal Rumble. Yeah. But yeah, this is just when we were sick of Roman Reigns. 2016 did not get much better other than an AJ Styles debut.
This is when I started watching again. I watched that live.
AJ Styles' debut got us hyped.
Yeah, that was huge.
The Rumble was for Roman's title.
Yep.
He was feuding with Triple H and the Authority. Triple H came in at 30 and won the Royal Rumble, last eliminating Ambrose.
Yeah.
Bret Hart has called this one of the least exciting pay-per-views in the history of WWE.
It's a shame.
And we all know Bret Hart is sunshine and peaches most of the time.
It's a shame because it's a Royal Rumble. There's no reason for a Royal Rumble to even be considered as not exciting.
Right. 2017, don't you worry, brand extension is back. Jericho was suspended above the ring in a shark cage when KO defeated Reigns for the Universal title, which is nice, you know, because people forget while they were shoving Reigns down our throats, he took a lot of L's.
Yeah, totally.
A lot of undeserving L's. John Cena defeated AJ Styles for the WWE title. Styles was the champ heading into that, had a great run prior to that.
That's a great match.
And Randy Orton would win the Royal Rumble, last eliminating Roman. Roman pulling double duty, losing the title match and then getting eliminated. 2018 was the first ever women's Royal Rumble, which Asuka won from the 25th spot, last eliminating Nikki Bella. They headlined too. The ladies closed out the show.
Yeah, and that's because at the very end of the show, Ronda Rousey debuted, pointed at the Royal Rumble sign. At the very end of the first ever women's Royal Rumble match. Yeah, and then Ronda debuted at Mania that year in a match with Kurt Angle against Stephanie McMahon and Triple H.
In Louisiana.
Terrible WrestleMania. That was a horrible WrestleMania, and I was there. Yeah. God, it was so bad.
It was clunky, man.
So bad.
Shinsuke won the men's Rumble that year, and then started the 10-year feud with AJ Styles.
And then lost. He lost at Mania. Both of them, both of the winners that year, Asuka and Shinsuke, lost at Mania.
Yeah. We had 2 triple threats for the titles. Well, AJ beat Sammy and KO in a handicap match for the WWE title. I don't remember that match.
Which was this?
2018.
What was it again?
The WWE title. Styles defeated Sammy and KO in a handicap match.
God, things were so bad then.
And then Brock defeated Braun Strowman and Kane.
I remember that.
In a triple threat. On to 2019. The Miz and Shane are tag team champions on SmackDown.
Yep.
Ronda Rousey's the Raw Women's Champion. She defeated Sasha Banks. Asuka defeated Becky. Brock defeated Finn Balor for the Universal title. At least Finn's up there. You know?
Yeah.
Becky won the women's and Seth won the men's. Look at that. Little couple action there, you know?
And then they'd both go on to win at WrestleMania that year.
Indeed.
Seth beat Brock, Beast Slayer. That was the whole
that's
thing.
when they started the Beast Slayer.
Yeah. Yeah, they bookended the show. Seth kicked it off by beating Brock, and Becky ended the show by being Becky 2 belts.
Becky 2 belts. Charlotte Flair won the 2020 Women's Rumble, and Drew won the men's, last eliminating Roman again. Brock that year got eliminated. Drew was number 16. Brock had eliminated 13 people. Basically everyone that had been in the Rumble before that, and then Drew threw him out. This is when we got Bray, the Fiend, defeating Daniel Bryan in a strap match for the Universal title. Becky was a champ on Raw. Bayley was a champ on SmackDown. On the 21, Drew McIntyre defeated Goldberg for the title.
Wait, what was this again?
2021 Royal Rumble.
Jeez. Things were such a blur then.
Roman defeated KO in that last man standing match.
That was
Heyman
a great match.
Helped him out tremendously.
That was a very good match.
Sasha was the champ on SmackDown, defeating Carmella. Bianca won the women's belt. The match entering at number 3, last eliminating Rhea. And a returning Edge at number 1 won the men's Royal Rumble.
Yep. That was done from the, that was in the Superdome. Thunderdome, whatever.
Yeah.
That was not a great Royal Rumble.
I mean, but everything was just bad.
Because then Edge
would
would go on to lose at WrestleMania.
Yeah. 2022, people are back. 44,390 in St. Louis. Seth defeated Roman by DQ, so Roman kept his belt. Edge and Beth defeated Miz and Maurice. Lashley defeated Brock for the WWE title. Rousey won by last eliminating Charlotte Flair, and Brock won by last eliminating Drew McIntyre. 2022, folks. Royal Rumble winners Ronda Rousey and Brock Lesnar.
Let's do the easiest thing. Yeah, people were not happy that year with the winners either.
No. And they knew they had to step it up because 2023 and 2024 were arguably 2 of the best Royal Rumbles we've had. 2023, Cody Rhodes enters at number 30 and starts his story. Rhea wins from they had someone win from the 30 spot, and Rhea won from the number 1 spot, last eliminating Liv. Roman defeated KO. That's when Sammy was with Roman. And Bianca defeated Alexa. So had just a great Royal Rumble there. And then 2024, Cody goes back to back.
I was at this Royal Rumble live in the flesh.
Roman defeated AJ, LA, and Randy in a fatal 4-way. Logan Paul retained his U.S. title over KO. And Bayley won the women's, last eliminating Liv. You see, Liv's been runner-up quite a bit.
And that's where we got the Naomi return.
We got the
last 2 entrants were CM Punk and Cody Rhodes in that Royal Rumble. The 2 golden geese of AEW turned WWE. It was a crazy moment for sure.
And then 2025 last year, they took a chance on Jey Uso becoming main event Jey Uso. And then Charlotte returned and last eliminated Roxanne. Cody defeated KO in that crazy ladder match. So yeah, I've enjoyed every Royal Rumble. I know there's been some down years, but like I said, as long as you can explain it out, I'm down with whoever wins.
Yeah.
Like, especially going back and reading some of these, some years they were so freaking predictable. So to not know who they're going to go with this year is
Feels good. Yeah.
Here's some fun facts about the Rumble. Stone Cold, only 3-time winner. 10 wrestlers have 2 wins.
Well,
5 wins from the number 27 spot or the number 30 spot. So that's where you want to be, 27 or 30. 4 wins from the number 1 spot.
it's possible.
Or the 28 spot. Batista has 2 of those 4 wins from the 28 spot.
Wow.
4 back-to-back winners, Hogan in 90-91, HBK 95-96, Stone Cold 97-98, and Cody 23-24. Kane has the most eliminations cumulative for men with 45 over the years. Nia Jax has the most for women with 28. Jericho has the most time accumulated in the Rumble. He's almost spent 5 hours in the Royal Rumble. 4 hours, 59 minutes, 33 seconds.
I hope they use that in the promo when he comes out. That'd be great.
Bianca has almost spent 4 hours for the women's. Kane has 20 appearances. Well, 18 is Kane. 1 is Dr. Yankum DDS, and 1 is Fake Diesel. And Liv and Natalya have the most appearances for women. They've been in all 8.
Wow.
Kofi and The Miz are second with the men at 16.
Okay, wow. 16 Royal Rumbles. That's unbelievable.
Right. 4 women have appeared in the men's Royal Rumble. Chyna twice in 90 and 2000, 99 and 2000. Beth Phoenix in 2010. Karma in 2012. And Nia Jax in 2019. Santino Marella as Santina is the only man to be in the Women's Royal Rumble in 2020.
I don't remember that.
I don't either.
Santina Marella?
Yeah.
I do not remember that.
I remember his alter ego, Santina, when he was hanging around with Beth in the women's
I
division.
do not remember that.
But I didn't know he returned in 2020 for the Royal Rumble. In 1998, Mick Foley was in it 3 times as Mankind, Dude Love, and Cactus Jack.
What year is that?
98.
Love that.
Stone Cold was in 6 Royal Rumbles. He won 3 of them.
It's a good percentage.
And was in the final 4 of them 5 of the 6 times. He's the Jordan of Royal Rumbles. Before Cena returned in 2008, rumor was CM Punk was supposed to win.
Wouldn't surprise me.
So I'd be a little salty too if your only win was supposed to be, and then Mr. Superstar returned way too early. And then also the last minute change in 2022 to Lesnar. Rumor is Matt Riddle got screwed over on that one, which that's the only time you'll ever hear your boy say, glad they went with Lesnar.
Glad they went with Lesnar instead of Matt Riddle. Yep.
So yeah, that is our history of the Royal Rumble. Do you have any that stick out to you as your favorites?
Oh man, that's my favorites. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the one that I went to 2024 with the final 2 were Cody and Punk. I thought just that was a great moment. Just a really awesome moment. I mean, the Royal Rumble, the first one I ever watched where Benoit won. I mean, that's where the magnitude of the Royal Rumble was really, like, I'd say, communicated to me, in a real major way.
Yeah.
God, Ric Flair's is just a classic. The 92 one, just an absolute classic. In a weird way, like, I actually enjoyed 2017's. There's a lot of, like, legends in that. To me, that's like the last Royal Rumble where the legends are in there. In 2017, you had like Goldberg and Undertaker and
just the roster. Like, they weren't using them right, but that roster
was stacked. Yeah, at that time, So that was a fun Rumble. But yeah, I mean, it's I just love the Royal Rumble, man.
My 2 favorite my favorites are HBK winning back to back. I was 10 and 11 when he won 95, 96, and the rosters were small. You felt like that's back when you had one wrestler. You had your guy that you pulled for. Screw everybody else. You had your guy, and my guy was Shawn Michaels. And because Razor jumped ship to WCW, like that was my other guy. So I just had Shawn Michaels pulling the ship for WWF. Yeah. Because to be honest with you, man, I was full on in WCW at that time. So the Royal Rumble brought me back to the WWF product.
Yeah.
And I enjoy those 90s ones, even though they weren't. Like, I love the Lex Express.
I thought they were fun,
Like,
yeah.
it's fun to go back and find it as an adult. He hated every second of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's our history of the Royal Rumble. I can't wait to watch it.
Yeah, it's going to be
Check
great.
it out. And yeah, hit that subscribe button. Enjoy all the great Spandex StandUps content. We'll see you next time.